Hey guys, welcome back.
Hello.
So, we started this adventure in January,
Hmm.
and we knew we had a cruise coming up. So, like everybody should, we have a travel budget, but we kind of wanted to see some things, how it would turn out. So, we decided that we were going to film our adventure, this little journey, and share it with y'all. If you've been following along, every other week or so, we would go
We've
to,
gone shopping.
where do we go?
Dollar General,
If you live in the
Publix.
South, you can't throw a rock without hitting a Dollar General. So we would we would go to Dollar General and we would buy items that we were buying anyway or gonna buy, and we would save money. We would then take that money and we would put into a holding place,
Where is our holding place?
right here. Our holding place. And so we've accumulated enough now that we have paid the cruise off, and now we're going to envelope the extra stuff. When you go on a cruise, you don't just pay one thing and you're done, but we don't. We don't. We're going to do it the way we're going to tell you the way we do it.
Makes it so easy.
It does for us. It's so easy. We break everything down. I'll share a little spreadsheet that we created, and basically it just shows us where we're gonna put the money. And so when we saved it, we held it, and now we're gonna share with y'all where we're gonna put the money. All right?
Our first one is a bubble package, and it's going to be roughly what, about 56,
About
$60.
$60, yeah.
So here we go. It's going in our envelope for the bubble package. Check that off.
So as we do this, it's not we're not gonna go on board and we're gonna pay this. Basically, what we're gonna do, things that we're gonna have to pay for, like the bubble package, we're gonna put on a card. We will then, just as soon as we get back, take this money and deposit it, and
And make.
and pay that off just as soon as we get back. If you're saying, well, why don't you put this money into an account and earn interest off of it? We don't want it staying there too long. Um, the way the way we do it, we like to see it all broken down. When we get back, we leave the ship. They give us a sheet of paper that says, "Hey, this is what you've done. This is your balance." We use that to compare to make sure we didn't get overcharged or anything. And then within the next week of our return, we've already figured out, okay, this is what we've got to pay off. If we have anything extra, it goes into the storage place for the next adventure. And so as we go through this and you see, doesn't mean we're going to spend that much, but it does mean that we've allotted that much. Okay.
Our next one is for excursions. And I think we're going to have two excursions this time. And we're estimating about 150 on each. So here's $300 for two excursions at 150 each. Go one in our envelope.
So,
Check that one off.
so we know where we're going and we know what we're going to not do on one of them. We don't think we're going to leave the port area, but we're setting excursion money aside because between now and then, we're going to do some research. We're going to talk to some fellow cruisers. We're going to make sure there's nothing that we may have to go to that we don't want to do. The second one, we already know everything we want to do, we're going to be able to walk to, and that helps us save on the taxis,
Tips for the
the
taxi.
tips for the taxis, but we also kind of know how much this excursion is going to be. So we already have the money allotted. Again, if we don't spend it all, that money goes into back into our holding place, and we use it for our next adventure. That won't go on a credit card unless we book it ahead of time. So we will actually carry that with us.
All right, our next one is souvenirs. You got to have souvenir money for the ports.
Absolutely.
And we estimated about 100 for each port. So here's $200 for our 2 ports.
What we've done in the past is we overestimated, and you kind of know what you want to get at ports. Vanilla t-shirts,
Blankets.
a blanket. And you pick up a Mexican blanket every time. We overestimated, and so we came back with a lot more than we really. We shouldn't have booked that much. I mean, budgeted that much.
But it's better to have
yes
than not have.
Yep. You're going to see later that how we're going to hedge that and kind of have a security blanket just to be sure. All right. So we've done our bubbles, our excursions, and our souvenirs. What's next?
It's time to play in the casino. He gets 150, I get 150. And that goes in our casino envelope.
So a little story. It had to be in the booze cruise. We go to the casino. We don't bankroll a lot in the casino. I'm playing my little game, and she's playing her little game. she placed a bet and hit pretty good on a slot machine. How'd it go? It wasn't huge, but I mean, it was fun. And with what little bit we had going in there, that actually helped pay for another adventure too.
Yes, it did.
That was the Universal trip. If we don't spend it all, that gets rolled over to the casino category for the ABCs.
Oh, yeah. All right, our next one, we've got to have gas.
Yep.
But for the gas, we're not going to use cash for that.
Right.
We have the Upside app. So we're going to pay for our gas with the Upside app.
You're buying it anyway. They're going to give it back to you.
Just saving it up till it's time to use it. Then we got to have a place to stay the night before the cruise, and that's about $200. So here's our hotel money for the night before.
Again, this is one of those categories that the envelope will stay in the safe, and then when we get back, we figure out what we spend on the card, deposit it, and pay it off.
Then next, we have to have tips for porters when they're when they get our baggage out of the car for us. So there's the tips for them.
We're going to a new port. We're not sure how. We know what we've done in New Orleans, and they take your bag, they put it on a cart, but we have noticed that as soon as I get out of the car, there's somebody there saying, how can I help you? And so, we tip them, and the next thing you know, hey, you need to park over here. Like, okay, cool. So
then we have tips for the room steward.
So we have a base amount. We have an amount that we're going to tip regardless. We've already prepaid our gratuities. That's in there. But as hard as these people work, them in the next category.
Somebody's messy.
No, he's not going with us. Our room has always been really clean, and we don't live in a sty, but I can't let somebody come in and pick up my clothes and put them in the corner. If we're going to do that, that's what I do. They make your bed. If we ever need anything, they're always on
Bring
it.
You extra towels, toilet paper.
So we have a base amount he's or she's going to get. But if something unusual happens to where they're above and beyond, we increase that. If we have extra in other categories, like our extra spending money or parking or something like that we didn't use, between that and the next category, the dining staff, they get it.
There's the dining staff. They take care of us every night.
We do our set dining. And
so we have the same servers every night.
We do. And the way they work, the first night, you have to tell them what you want. The second night, you might have to remind them, But from that night forward, you get everything.
It's on the table
It's
waiting on
waiting
you
on you.
before you get there.
And if you're really lucky, the people who wait on you at night may be somewhere else during the morning, and that's really cool because you get a chance to talk to them more. So we really like that.
And then we have just in case spending cash.
So
In
we
case there's a sale at the gift shop.
we've had to do some adjusting, and it's not as much as we would usually take, but the way we planned it out this time, excuse me, is we may not need as much. So
Got one less person going with us too.
we do. Daniel's not going to be going with us on this cruise. He is starting college and he will be in his first semester. And he said that he may need to stay here.
And study.
Yeah, I don't believe it, but he'll learn. So he's not going to go with us. So some of these, we actually saved a little bit of money.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
And the next thing, we have to have somewhere to park our car while we're on the cruise. Because they won't let us take the car. But there's the parking deck money.
And I have confirmed that today that it's about $90 where we're going. So,
And then on the way down and on the way back, we have to have breakfast, lunch, coffee, snacks.
Yep.
Did I say coffee?
coffee.
So there's that one.
Watch it, she's gonna bark. Or not. Okay. All right, so that's what we've done. We brought y'all on the journey with us. We let y'all see our spending habits, and this kind of makes it full circle. Here is our envelopes. This is our system that we use. You may have a different system. I'd be curious to know what it is. Comment down below. Leave a comment for us. This is what works for us. When it leaves here, it actually goes into a divider, and we keep everything together.
Oh, there's our little binder clip.
Again, you may do it differently. You may be carefree and you just say, I don't care. Here it is, blah, blah, blah. My mind doesn't work that way, and it drives me up a wall when I can't track things. And so this is part of it. What else?
Okay, so we have all the envelopes full and what we need in there. Does that mean we have to go shopping?
No. So the good news is, hold on. Time. Our neighbor's cutting grass, and of course she lets us know, like we can't hear. No, that does not mean we're going to stop, because what we're going to do is we're going to continue this series on. We've got at least 2 cruises to go. We've got one booked for sure. That's coming up in April. So we actually will start doing that one next. It'll be the same way. We'll take y'all with us, let you see what we're buying, what we need. I actually think we need some dish detergent too.
Yes.
If y'all were with us in the beginning, y'all saw in the beginning we got a lot. I think we need some more now. Then we'll do the same thing for them, for that cruise.
Yay, we get to keep going shopping.
She's saving money though.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
fun.
It is. It's an adventure.
One
for sure.
cruise down.
One down, one to go, and then one more coming up after that. Thank y'all for joining us.
Thank y'all.
You won't go in there, baby. Not like that.
Okay, never mind.
If you like what we're doing, if you don't even like what we're doing, if you're here and you got to this point, find the little red box, probably down in one of the corners, and click on it, subscribe, like, leave us a comment telling me how bad I am, how good she is. I don't care. I don't care. But thank you for joining us.
Thank y'all. Till next time.
See ya.